boy Venom. Playing video games to show cancer who's boss is a force to be reckoned with a Contra force. Kappa. Shoutouts to cancer survivors and the Contra crew, Mr. K, Herplatt, Hyde, and the DK Stage 2 hype. We have $25 from Link.
We need another chair.
Sup, it's Link here. Contra Force is my favorite Contra. I want to dedicate my first donation of the marathon to my grandma, who was a cancer survivor, and thanks to the wonders of modern medicine. And is a cancer survivor thanks to the wonders of modern medicine. Hopefully, she will never have to suffer through cancer again, and I love what the speedrun community is doing to help that happen. We have $25 from Hikari Moro. Was going to donate later today, but since I was so entertained by everyone during the Shinobi Legions, I decided to throw my monies out to you guys now. Love that you guys are doing this for a great cause. That was the end of the Awful Games Done Quick block here at Awesome Games Done Quick, presented by Speed Demos Archive and Speedruns Live. The next block will be the Contra block, starting with Contra, a co-op run done by DK28 and Heidrage.
Where do you guys want your donations to go?
5% hype. No, there is no shirtless, there is no low percent.
Bands. I brought mine from 2 years ago, but we have upgraded.
Like Donkey Kong.
Right. Ready?
Is
Is the timer ready?
the timer ready?
All right.
80%?
Yes. Sadly.
Okay.
All right, and ready, set, and go.
So this is Contra. You might not know, but it's a pretty great game. This past year's been a great year for Contra. TMR has astounded us by getting a 1008. That's the man right there. Shout outs. And also, this we've got an update on the co-op run. DK28 and I got a 1001 any percent. And what's going on right now? There's a lot of differences in the mechanics with two players. When you start the game, player one is going to be a little bit further to the right of the screen. Normally, when you do one player, you're in the center. This allows you to do some stuff you wouldn't normally be able to do. So what Ivan's going to do is in the next room, he's going to try to pick up R.
No, he's got R.
He's gonna get
I'm gonna get R.
Oh, sorry. I got them wrong. Well, someone's getting R.
Just look at the headband.
Look at the headband. That's what I should do. In the base stages, Heidman's going to go for what's called a spread rhythm. So one mechanic of Contra is that you can all the enemies in Contra can only take 1 damage per frame. When you fire spread in the base stages, it fires a wave of 5 shots, and they all hit at the same time. So that would just do 1 damage. So what you want to try to do is you want to manipulate it from a wave of 5 into just a straight stream of bullets, a red chainsaw of death. And so the way to do that is to manipulate the game's shot limit. I'll rant on about that in a little bit. Yeah, it's very difficult. Wait for the boss fight.
Nice.
So the way that the game works is you can only have 10 spread shots on the screen at any given time.
With you, Sava.
And once one of the shots leaves the screen, you can shoot again. So you can have like a wave of 5, a wave of 4, and then just 1. And you can keep doing that as long as there's less than 10 shots on the screen. And as you keep mashing at a certain pace and at a certain time, you can manipulate it into getting a straight stream of bullets. You can do that at any stage. It's a little bit trickier in the base stages. That was a nice flame jump. The jump height in this stage is random. I don't know why they did it that way, but that's just how they did it.
Should I get it?
No. R.
Rhetorical. R for rhetorical? That's right. Yeah, spread without R in the base stages, no good.
It is so slow.
What exactly does R do?
Speeds up the bullets. And it makes a huge difference in the base stages. Yeah.
So player 2 is not shooting here because the game just lags too much. And then the two of them together could get an easy 1 mouse cycle kill on the boss. So a little bit more about the spread rhythm. So the reason why you can get a straight stream of bullets is because on these base stages, the enemies are they're all just a little bit in front of the wall. And so there's this one frame where there's 9 shots on the screen. And so if you press B on that exact frame, you can get a wave of just 1. And so the more you manipulate that, the more you get a straight stream of bullets. And the easier it is. So the default is 2, but if you get spread rhythm right, there's no limit to how many you can get. You can get up to like 5 on console, 5 or 6. It's insane.
And you can see how powerful P-Shooter with R is on base stages. I can usually destroy the core before Heidrage, even though he has spread, which is really good. It's the one area.
So my kid.
So coming up, this boss has an interesting mechanic. So when the 2 heads appear, there's a counter. Well, it doesn't really matter in 2 players, just kill him anyway. There's a counter that determines how long it takes until he splits apart. If you hit him on the last frame, it messes with the invulnerability flag and you can hit them while they're split apart. It's really annoying to get in one player.
No, you can grab it.
You sure?
Yeah, you're in better position.
All right. You want the first R then?
Yes.
So in 2-player, you can just run through the snowfield without having to jump for the bombs. It is wonderful.
Yeah, there's actually an interesting fact about the bombs. They don't explode. They can't actually hit you until they explode in the ground.
And Super C, they can hurt you.
That was sorry. That's
So I guess I should say a little bit about...
I'll take it this time.
This game's got a lot of randomness to it. So,
That's gonna make it fun.
crystal spread.
So we get low percent after all.
Yay.
Listen
Thank
to
you for all who donated for it.
getting revenge on
Yeah.
failed to donate. So this game's got a ton of randomness to it.
Arm pumping. Really?
Like DK likes to say, when you jump in Contra, it's like you buy an engagement ring because your jump height is set and you can't change it, unlike like a Mario game or something. And so because of that fact, enemies can just appear on the screen at the most inopportune times and shoot you, and you can't really change the direction of your jump enough to compensate for it. If the game wants to kill you, it can just kill you when you're in midair.
You will die.
Where the spawns is random.
You want to leave it?
Yeah.
So Coming up is Energy Zone. The thing the Energy Zone is known for is the flames. The game has what's called a global timer, and it's a counter from 0 to 255 that changes every frame, so about every 3.5 seconds or so. It's always cycling over. And so you don't know where it is when you're going into it, but it determines when the flames come out. So you kind of wait a little bit there for safety, and then make your move. You can manipulate the flames with the pause if you want, because the global timer runs when you're pausing. And yeah, bullets. This boss here is completely random. What you want him to do is just walk back and forth, but he likes to jump.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
That actually wasn't that bad. Depends on how you use it.
Yeah. For the base stages, fire is amazing
Yeah, it really is.
because, especially with R, because it's the fastest way to kill anything in the base stages. But it does just as much damage as the pea shooter.
Yeah,
Screen up.
so what kind of sucks is that there's an invisible wall that prevents the players from getting too far apart, and if you don't expect it, it can come at the most inopportune times. Yeah, it's a marathon, so you gotta miss spread. That's just how it goes. So you're gonna go for the pause trick?
Hell no.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's what the game does.
Yeah, Contra is pretty consistent single player, and co-op it kind of just like doubles the chances for failure. It's completely opposite when it comes to Super C though, for whatever reason, which we'll get into later. That's the Frezzy kill.
Takes a little bit longer when you don't have spread.
Yeah.
The awesome thing is that even if you don't have spread, if you mash hard enough with pea shooter, it's still really good.
I actually prefer low percent, so.
We're in the same boat.
For the most part, unless you don't get some, unless this one spawn here that's coming from the top doesn't misbehave, this stage is really consistent. We call that the Contra scream. The sound of getting hit by bullets overlays.
Time.
1040.
Bad.
Yeah.
Not bad for what we were. Not bad for what we were delivered.
We didn't game over.
That was our goal.
You beat Contra Force in that respect.
Yeah, exactly. So next up is Co-op Super C with Mr. K and Heidemann.
Right. There's a thing with Super C though.
That's fine.
See, in Contra, I am player 1, and Super C, I kind of have to turn into player 2.
We have an $80 donation from Petit Bach with no comment, unfortunately. But we have a $50 donation from Mayor K's fan club, Contra forever and ever and ever. And we